Could the new Dragon Ball Super movie actually mark the return of Bardock in Dragon Ball? Well, that is something that we are going to be discussing today, and let me tell you that there's a huge chance for that to happen, and how much that flashback that is going to appear on the movie is going to impact the future of Dragon Ball, because believe it or not, it is going to impact on it a lot. So now let's begin.
I get mine, strike like a thunder. Hit 'em with a rhyme that's gonna keep 'em under. Read between the lines if you fucks with my brother. We'll make 'em suffer, my blood clot me gumbus.
As we all saw the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly trailer, the second one that came out there, it is flashback based, and there we see Dragon Ball Minus, which is a manga created by Akira Toriyama, and it includes the past of Sans and actually did read the story of Bardock, the father of Goku, that we saw a long time ago. But it actually adds a little bit more depth than we would ever imagine. And Akira Toriyama in the past said that there isn't really a huge point into bringing Bardock back to the story because of how weak he is and how much the story has progressed. But with this movie some things might change, and of course Toriyama's opinions tends to change from time to time when he's writing a story. Something that was no before tends to become a yes afterwards. And it could be the case here. Goku's past, as we is actually going to be changed quite a lot, and it is not the same one that we have seen before. But still, Goku hitting his head still stands, and forgetting everything from his past stands once again. Goku doesn't really know who Bardock is or who Gine is, but he has just heard about Bardock from Raditz. Now with the flashbacks being shown, and actually Goku might be getting some sentiment over his dead father, and that could mark him actually wishing for the Dragon Balls to bring his father and mother back to life. This is a huge possibility because on that trailer and also on the manga, Goku is seen to show a lot of emotions while saying goodbye to his parents, and he might just get those feelings back. Goku has feelings. We have seen Goku cry before. He cried for Grandpa Gohan, and he also cried for Master Roshi on Tournament of Power. And it wouldn't be such a surprise if actually Goku wants to wish for his father to come back. This is a discussion that the Dragon Ball community has had a lot over time, and we still tend to have it from time to time into why Goku doesn't bring Bardock. And that the answer to that is that he doesn't really have any kind of connection with Bardock. He doesn't share anything with him because he has forgotten everything. But if those stories being told in front of Goku actually bring his memory back, then things could change a little bit. Or a lot. We still don't know how Toriyama plans to write Goku's character on this movie, because Goku has changes once in a while and he differs from one arc to the other with the decisions that he makes. He has some different layers into his character, and one of the decisions that Goku could be taking is bringing his father back to life, and that could mean Bardock returning on Dragon Ball, and we can actually see father and son face to face for the first time, and I'm talking about adult Goku and Bardock, and possibly Gine, who is actually going to make her first anime appearance on the new movie. Such things like reuniting and such things are not really big part of Dragon Ball, and they don't really tell you the whole story. Dragon Ball is not that much about it, but still we have seen such things in the past, and that doesn't mean we won't be seeing them again. And this is a huge chance for Dragon Ball to actually take this and go to the next level, change the story and actually develop it instead of being so static like Dragon Ball Super was. Dragon Ball Super didn't really try too many new things. Out of everything that we had, Zama's and Goku Black were the only different things. Yes, we had different characters, but still the stories were kinda dull and always reminded us something that happened on the original manga. Not many things were introduced, so Dragon Ball needs fresh air, and this could be that. Make a comeback for a character like Bardock actually could open up gaps, could open up Dragon Ball more into exploring things and see what other things are, and maybe, just maybe, we could see Goku and Bardock train together. It all depends on how strong they would want to make Bardock, but given if they continue with that power level that Bardock has on the movie and the special that we have seen before, then there is a lot of work required, as Bardock wouldn't even be able to touch Krillin, let alone somebody else. And that is something to keep in mind, and that is one of the reasons why Toriyama doesn't include Bardock on the main story. But he might. Room of Spirit and Time, training with Goku all the time, that thirst for power and everything else could get Bardock rapidly stronger with the time progressing. Of course, Dragon Ball would require a lot of time skips in order to have Bardock at a significant power level that he could actually keep up with the other ones. That doesn't necessarily mean that Bardock needs to gain the power of gods, Super Saiyan Blue or something of that nature. Just have Bardock unlock the powers of Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 2 a seamless Trunks could be just good enough to have a character could be just enough to have a character be able to keep up. He doesn't need to be some kind of protagonist. He just could be Goku's sidekick, and that's all about it. And I am a fan of this idea. I'm not really sure how the others, or how you that you are listening to this, would react to Bardock not really playing a huge role but still being there, but I really want to see more Saiyans, as I do think that Dragon Ball evolved more and more with the Saiyans. The more Saiyans we have, the better the story is going to be, as it will have different layers, different characters, and Toriyama, if he writes a new series, could do something with that. About the new series, Jump Festa is coming out at the end of this year, and Dragon Ball has yet another panel there. There we usually get the new announcements, and we got there this movie that is airing this year. And maybe they will be confirming a new series after Gege Kitaro ends with Toei Animation and airing on Fuji TV. We could be getting that, but even if we don't get that, that doesn't necessarily mean that Dragon Ball won't be returning, because there will be a lot of time for them to actually plan it out and continue with it. But one thing is for sure, that this movie doesn't end Dragon Ball at any means, and that is why I'm talking about this. This movie is just the beginning of the new Dragon Ball era, a new Dragon Ball generation, if I might call it, and we will just have to wait and see where it goes. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled if you don't want to miss out in any further content. Don't forget, guys, I will be continuing on working on this channel once again, as now I am far more free than I was before. Thanks for watching once again, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.